Hello, hello, hello. We are up and running. Finally, it's been forever. But it's time to get back with what is possibly going to be the final season here of the Driver Championship. Hopefully the stream's working. Should be. Lando's done if he is the new champion. You are correct. Did get the championship in the end. I know at least one of our channel members is extremely happy due to that. Stream is in fact working good. As you can see, I had a small hope here that Piastri was going to beat the odds and get them. As such, we will be spectating the Season 9 as Team Pastry, with Small Pastry and the Big Pastry. Big congratulations to Lando. It was, honestly, very, very good end to the season. Let's just put it like that. Of course, FI decided to stay out of it with the Sonoda, which honestly I think is fine. People moaning about that, but let's face it, you're aggressively defending, sometimes people will have to avoid you. Let's see here what people have to say. I see Edstead, I see Cosby, the Turbo, Lando's even here. I did flip. Lando's already here and it's loading. That's a classic. You know more in F1 division? I'm sorry, Shaymore. We had so few participants this time around that we ended up with just 20. But maybe we'll do more in future, we'll see. Hello, Mikola. I'm doing good. Hello, Shadeff. Nice to see you both. I think I forgot to add the bonus points. I think you added them, but if you didn't, I made sure to just allocate extra points for those who forgot. So don't worry, if you forgot to add your bonus points, I've allocated them in the way I found most interesting. So they are there. But with that said, we are going to get started on this 9th season of the Driver Championship here. We are going to take a quick look at the standings and our drivers. For Ferrari, we have Pasta, Maldonado, and Pando Puris. For the McLaren team here, I don't even want to try and pronounce this. The lowest overall driver, 56 here. I think our highest overall is 73. So, yeah. Due to the rules this season, people have made some pretty drastic differences in their overall. Silent Suzuka also lines up. Red Bull, we have Mike are in the wall. Molo Bolo, who I'm probably going to butcher, get turned around a couple of times. It's happened every season. It's actually tradition at this point. We have Parker Petrov and Taz, the Mercedes duo is back at it again. We have the SCP and Memo Moreno at Alpine. This will probably end up with some Engie, but that's fine. Ethan and So Freaking Tough line up in Williams, Luna Drift, and Floof's True Redemption. Floof finally has decided that he wants to win a season. I'll be watching your career with great interest. But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes for him in Haas. Symbolo Rudolph and Max Verstappen lines up in the VCARB. We have the Max Overall Duck at Sauber. Currently not Max Overall, someone beat you to it. Neo Gigi Baba also lines up in the Sauber alongside Danger Man and Daly in Aston Martin. And finally, we have the Small Pastry and Big Pastry, who will basically be just watching and enjoying the show. Let's see you win this all in on Floof. At least someone believes in Floof, which is good. If I find out you added points to control, I'm gonna send it into your car. That would be funny though, let's be honest. Is mentality fixed? Isn't it supposed to be neutral? The reason why mentality is it is fixed in neutral. It's just because I haven't actually gone a day ahead. It hasn't updated yet. So once we actually go to Melbourne, mentality will be fixed. Usually I do these 12 days before I start the streams. I forgot this time around, so that's my bay. Musimo representing, yeah. Menia Paul Pasisti. Posishi? I don't know. Dutch is funny to me. The goal isn't to win, but to be in the top 10, 15 for the first time. We'll have to see how that one works out for you, Floof. We'll have to see how that one works out. But yeah, usually I do skip these 12 days until the first race to keep things, well, basically so that I don't need to do pre-season prep. But this time around, I genuinely forgot. That's on me. It's also that I don't have to do the sponsor negotiation before we go into the year. So we'll just do it like this. I don't care for the sponsor plan. And we'll also take a look at the cars and see if the AI has done something stupid before we go into Australia as our first race. You can tell it's been a while since I last did this. But we shall see how this one works out. We're going to Melbourne tomorrow. The cars, we have the worst car of them all. As you can see, terrible car. But I did tune the cars down slightly from what I said they would be. Basically, we have max top speed to some degree, but I capped it at 95% because if you go all the way to 100, well, weird things tends to happen. So dirty air tolerance, DRS, and top speed are at 95% of total performance. The engines are at 100% of total performance. Every team has been given 6 of each powertrain component. Cooling stats have been set at 60% and tire preservation and cooling at 40%. So that should keep things kind of interesting here. And if you do eat the wall, it's not my fault. We shall see how this one goes. Yes, I don't need sponsors. Hello, Justin. How you doing? Hello, Canavia. Thank you for stopping by. Australia is one of the tracks where I did my testing. Did you do your testing under typhoon conditions? Because I specifically went into the save files to make sure that we get 9 millimeters of water on the track. Should spice that up a little bit. Oh no! I'm also just joking. I know there's 6 races that are going to be wet. I don't remember which 6 races I made wet. Because I was so tired setting this up with everything going on. So as you can see, only qualifying is going to see light rain. We're actually going to get a dry affair here in Australia, which isn't how it usually goes. I predict an Alpine double DNF in round 1. Joke's on you, my goal is to eat the wall. Damn. Honestly, I would not be surprised if we see a plethora of DNFs here. My testing is really in shambles.
Hello and welcome.
I live for Floof's pain, so this works out great. But yeah, we are ready to jump into qualifying here. Let's see how wide of a gap we're going to get. We're going to send out the pastry, just the one. And I have not meddled with the car this time around, so it's going to look pretty basic. But honestly, not the worst car I ever made. I'm not gonna lie here. But let's get pastry out on this banker lap. It is going to be a wet qualifying. Track details is that it's going to dry towards the end, so we're getting adaptability in the first quality session here. Adaptability taking immediately showing up. I may not have joined the grid, but at least we have 2 Umas. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like everyone is just going to be playing this one pretty slowly. I guess we're going to have a one-shot qualifying session, which means I might knock myself out by accident, but we will see. So let's get those soft tires ready. Team McLaren? Honestly, that's you're not wrong, Cosby. You're not wrong. Okay, we're having some cars beating our time here now that it is drying. Basically, I'm driving a very similar car to what you guys are. So the drivers will have to make the difference, but since every driver is maxed, we could see situations here where quality will be simulated purely due to the fact that the cars are as powerful as they are. We'll have to see how we deal with that later on. Drift here, though. A bit slower. There is traffic. There is even side-by-side battles. Start going quick. But what we're interested in here is going to be the final run on the soft tires, rather than any of these early struggles, if you will. And quite a gap here. 2.6 seconds to Ethan now, who's currently at the bottom of the order. Dry track condition, still a plenty amount of water on track. This is gonna be... And it starts raining again in 3 minutes. Honestly, this is probably one of the more interesting quali situations I've been in. I might need to send out both drivers here to ensure that I get through. Like, okay, we're gonna need to have a little bit of a discussion here already from what basically about what I'm gonna do. So either I send out my driver right now to try and get a lap in before it starts raining again. It's not expected to rain again, but it is raining again. Interesting. Or I play it safe and we do another interrun. What do we want to do? Send out both drivers but at different times so I can mess up more people? Honestly here, I think we're just gonna see what happens. What have you elected to go for? We have... are you? Oh, it's because I didn't add test before it's Dark Cloud. I'm just stupid. I thought the AI had chat swap one of you guys out for a second there. Soft tires have been the choice of the AI. We will respect the AI's decision here. And hope that it goes up really, really slowly. Is it soft tires for everyone involved? It is soft tires for everyone involved. And with that, it is going to be a one-shot quali here. With Dark Cloud here taking charge. Let's see how this one shapes up then. Maybe one adaptability wasn't a good idea. We'll see. It's going to be 6 qualies and 6 races out wet, so adaptability investment is kind of necessary to some degree. We've seen someone suffer from it before. Maybe we'll see that again. But it hasn't started raining yet. It's not going up, so I think the weatherman is lying to us. But yeah, 2.6.1, and no one is even close to that, except for the Ferrari drivers. 2.27.4, 27 blanks. The Ferraris here are quick. What can Dark Cloud do? Time to beat is going to be a 1:16, 5 seconds quicker. Silent Suzuka here now with a purple middle sector, but look at the traffic, look at the train. And that is going to cost a lot of time here. One Ferrari, second and third. What can Suzuka do here with the delay? 1.3 seconds down the road. Ethan now, can you get out of danger? And it's like everyone is improving. And with that, Daly Moreno, I think. Oops, Redemption. Gigi Baba and the pirate here. Micah in the wall are out in Q1. The Redemption has not had a great start, would you say, Floof? Come on, we need some improvement. I'm pretty sure the other Haas did improve. I think you needed to improve, Floof. But yeah. It's going to take a couple of races to suggest your usernames, but Arindawal, Baba, Floof, Reno, and Daly out in Q1. Q2 here.
Okay.
Still going to be wet, but I don't know if it's going to be actual wet enough that adaptability is going to come into play. Or rather dry enough. So we'll have to do just 2 laps here and see where we line up. Chichibabo is defending with Floof. I have a feeling we've seen this before, and again, this lap doesn't really matter because it's gonna get drier. We can have a look here as my computer's lagging a little bit at how Ferrari is gonna do here. Both of them are quick in Q1. Can we see the same in Q2? The purple first sector, it is drier on tracks, it's not unexpected. But Living Duck goes quicker than anyone right now. Then SCP takes that away immediately. Is that going to be the case here for the middle sector as well? 2 purples in a row for the Alpine driver. What is the time to beat here from Ferrari? It is a 1.24. Turns into 1.237. Where is SCP gonna go? 123.2. That is pretty quick. And it is going to be the time to beat here. Everyone will have one more run as it does dry up a little bit more. But there's not going to be a huge amount of improvement here, I think. So we'll do what we did last time. Just wait for everyone to go. And then we'll go out at the end. Danger Man here went out really early. And we have our first yellow flag. Danger Man living up and being dangerous.
No, all right so far. Whoa, and there it goes.
Illegal Ferrari. I checked before we started. All the cars are identical. It's the intro. It's a special gimmick this season. The gimmick is just you were given 500 points that you could place wherever you wanted. There's no limitations, so we have a bunch of people here with 1 out of ability, no overtaking, no defending. So there's no particular gimmick per se. It's just build a driver. Literally, with no rules other than max 500 points invested. And that is 500 total stat points. I almost forgot to send Pastry out. This could be bad. Pastry, my boy, we're gonna have to take manual control. Okay. Let's try and avoid causing problems here for Bolo Duck here. Once again, being quick in Q1. We have to try and pay a little bit of attention to where the man is. We have damage here on the V-carb. Verstappen running wide.
Oh, and they need to be watching those track limits. They've got to be careful and watch.
That is a sabotage there for the Aston driver too. A 2-in-1. But yeah, where did Christy end up here? Actually, on the out lap, so not as bad as one might have thunk. And for Pastry here, we're just going to start deploying. Symbol Rudolph here. 2 purple sectors so far. Living Duck goes quickest out of anyone. But there is a slow Williams up ahead that is costing a little bit of time here for the V-carb. And the final sector. Still good enough for provisional pole as things stand. Luna Drift currently in danger. Suzuka is out. Danger Man is out, I do believe, as well as Tough. Drifts gets out of danger zone, puts Ethan into it. And currently, Lando Porras is very likely to get eliminated here by the Pastry as things stand. We'll have to see how that works out. But Bolo, Tough, and Suzuka, Ethan, and Porras most likely going to get out. We just barely survived. Okay. Just barely as things stand. Did you give all 0 drives 1 point compensation? Yeah, they have one out of ability overtaking defense because the game doesn't allow for 0. Congratulations to Floof. I did see one Discord message. I don't have Discord open right now, David, so I'll take a look after the stream. Okay. It's once again going to dry up, so we are basically going to have a one-shot quali here. There is a point for pole position. There is a point for fastest lap. With 12 races this season, that's going to add up to, well, 24 points, potentially a race win. Let's see, it's going to become the pole position merchant. I predict a red flag in Q3. Well, Q3, final run is up and running. Pole position here is going to try and live up to expectations with the SCP here, setting the time to beat. Give me freedom, give me fire, give me Alpine, I'll take me higher. Damn. You want me to steal the pole position? We can make that happen. Purple first sector here. We'll have to see if anyone can compete with that at 27.9. Gonna fill my glass up. That's a green middle sector. It's dry around the track. That's not good enough. As immediately that purple sector has been stolen by the V-Carb. Stolen again by the other V-Carb. Was in the hands of the Hashtag for just a little second. The time to beat here, 122.7. You see the V-Carb here with 2 purple so far. Can anyone compete? And Rudolph here goes up to second place, just 5 hundredths behind. How is Christopher going to do here? Verstappen. Pole position by half a second. That's dominance. That is dominance right there. Living Duck goes 4th. What can Petrov do? Went out very, very late here. And it's going to come up on a McLaren. That's a yellow middle sector. Already 4 tenths down. Probably not going to be able to do anything. But 4 tenths it could be in second grid slot, potentially. Can Petrov have a good final couple of corners? No, not good enough. 9th on the grid. And with that, we have Verstappen in first. We have the SAP here in second. Luna Drift, Living Duck, pole position, Rudolph, Dark Cloud, Maldonado? Maldonado? I don't remember. It's the pasta. The Ferrari pasta. Illegal V-Comp? The pasta Maldonado. I might have written your name wrong from the application. If I did, I apologize. But yeah. We're ready for the first race here. Couple of incidents in quality, nothing major really, just a spin and running wide and scraping the underfloor. We've seen worse. With that, we will banish ourselves to the pit lane.
Starting 22nd on the grid, it'll be a real laugh.
Steal the pole position, please, Floof orders. Is Chris not crit?
Away we go.
Sorry, what? Have I been butchering you? Sorry, Chris. I was gonna kill you. Sorry. Again, if I butcher anyone's name, it's unintentional. Except if it's Floof's. In-game name, yeah. Okay. Verstappen. That better? Yeah, a good start here by all accounts. Most people remain where they are. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a run here from the Haas. Most cars on soft, a couple of medium runners. There's even a hard runner down the order here. And something definitely happened with Moreno. Has fallen down the order quite drastically there. But no flags or anything, so a bit of a weird one. We're going to get our drivers out of the mess here. There was a lot of position changes, if I'm not mistaken. And if we take a look at this... Yeah, down the order. Danger Man lost 5 positions off the get-go. That is not the best start we've ever seen. Yeah. Verstappen out here is flying. Lando is champion, you are correct. I love that people just come by to say hi and celebrate. We've had an incident. Silent Suzuka has crashed on turn
Should
11.
be able to take a look.
The mayhem begins.
Now we're at turn 11 now. Just flies into that.
How do you
crash.
even crash on turn 11? Like,
Facing a few questions from the team after that. And look at the team there.
I am good. We'll see how many races we get done before my voice gives out. Yeah, as is tradition for the McLarens, they pick up front wing damage and they stay out with it. This could create some gaps further down the road, but yeah. This is not the first time we've seen a McLaren damage their front wing and decide that and this is fine. Actually, we like it like this. Yeah, Verstappen. I see that I spelled it wrong, I'm sorry. Gets overtaken there with DRS, but that's probably just going to be switching back and forth quite often. And we have Drift, Dark, Rudolph, Opposici, Dark Cloud, Maldonado, and Putis. Then we have Petrov, who's being attacked by the driver who just had an incident. And it's likely to have another as things stand. Clearly that front wing is not slowing them down much. Season 9 is like the Zero Control Championship? Maybe. We'll see, though. Just realized I have no smoothness. Well, I think there's a couple of people here who are lacking in the smoothness department. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. Some gaps starting to form. As is expected here, Suzuka is a little bit slower simply because of front wing damage. Thus, the gaps are being created as a, well, result of that, really. But for the most part, people are taking care of their tires. It's just two glaring exceptions to this. One is up in 6th, the other is down in 15th. This is going to be a sub 10 lap pit stop. Yeah, it's going to be a sub 10 lap pit stop. It might even be a lap 7 pit stop at this rate. Will you have enough tires to complete some of the longer GPs here? For you two. This is going to be a rough one. If everyone has 0 control, it's like everyone having 100 control. Well, the thing is, there is, I believe, 2 drivers who did set their control to 100 just to mess with you guys. So, we'll see how this one goes. The Great Wall of GG Baba. The Great Wall with 0 smoothness, yes. Do you not want to send it or something? There we go. Finally, Mike got finger out and went for it. We're doing another lap here. We're getting closer to puncture territory. And with 10% tire loss with these first 7 laps, 10% per lap, we could see a puncture on lap 8 or lap 9, which I think would be a new record in the championship here if it happened. But we are getting some battles due to them basically causing problems, and we've had incidents. Safety car has been deployed. We have, I believe, 2 cars out. Dark Cloud got the overtake, but got slingshotted way too hard and straight into the wall here. Oh, I don't think there wasn't it wasn't a touch there. Just went wee, and then assassinated Pole Posty here. I believe I've misspelled that name too. I apologize. I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be an I in between there. But we've had a full red flag here. McLaren and the Mercedes car out here by lap 7.
Now let's take a look here at turn 10.
Why are they focusing on you? You were not the cause of this.
Contact there.
Although they're just like, has to be McLaren's fault. Has to be. Hello, Dan.
We're set once more, and soon we'll continue this race.
We'll have to see if they fix the other McLaren. Yeah, you're correct.
And it's lights out, and away
Lights
we
out
go.
and away we go. Penalty goes the way of the Mercedes. And Living Duck gets a good launch and overtakes Verstappen here up until 2nd. But I do believe the other McLaren has gotten a new front wing and been delegated to last. So I'll have to see how this one is going to go. 3 wide into the corner. How civil of them. The 3 wide formation at the back is making moves here. But after the red flag, we have Luna Drift leading the pack here ahead of Living Duck, Verstappen, SCP, and Petrov, who have somehow found themselves up into 5th. And if we look at position change here, there's a lot of pluses and some minuses at the back. So not a bad start here for most drivers. So you're correct. Nice, Justin. Again, to my defense, I was typing it up while being very tired. So if there's any mistakes, I apologize. They're not on purpose. And maybe I'll see if I can fix them without breaking the saves before next stream. McLaren Strat 1-2 or retire, indeed. See you soon, Turbo. Cosby feels mistreated now because when Cosby gets front wing damage, they do not fix it, even if there is a safety car or red flag. Yeah, we'll have to see how Baba is going to do on this stint here with the softs. Baba went from one set of softs to absolutely destroy to a second set of softs to absolutely destroy. And we are kind of seeing it here immediately. Mike is also being very aggressive on these soft tires. Probably going to try to do an undercut. Probably actually the best way to get through this this grid, just undercutting your way forwards. Petrov now up into 3rd place. Big question here is Baba going to be a better wall than Floof ever was? And as things stand, it does look like the wall of GG Baba is going to be pretty decent. Because as it turns out, it's easy to defend when your driver has 100 defending and the drivers around you have 0 overtaking. Who would have thought? And it's nearly a 50% difference in tires here, but even so, Gigi Baba is not giving up on attacking the Ferrari here. What are you doing, Pudis? Come back to see how crashed. You did get assassinated in the best way possible, to be fair. But yeah, Baba just being a big problem right now for everyone involved. Look at this. It's actually kind of amazing because, again, this is nearly a 50% tire difference. So overtaking definitely has some value if you're going up against 100 defending driver, is what we figured out today. You have 30% tires. F off. No, I don't think I will. Baba is hate farming right now. I'm all here for it. We'll take a look at how the top does, but from 1st to 7th here, it's just one big DRS train. And similarly to Baba, Mike is doing a very similar thing with just 2 other drivers behind him. One of them being his teammate. So, yeah, it's an interesting time. Let's just put it like that. Baba finally gets out of the way after holding them up for so long. How long are the hards gonna last for the driver with no smoothness to speak of? That is going to be our second question here, as Mike is now just holding up Ethan. Yo, you actually helped me out so much with your tutorials. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm glad that you found them helpful. I know why I made them. Thank you for stopping by. Getting closer to points. Where's the redemption? The redemption is now in the points for the pit stop from Mike. And then immediately after say that, back out of the points. At 18 laps of the race here, we see a group of 7 cars here taking a pretty significant lead, I guess we can say. Charging out front here. Maldonado is currently in arguably the best position, 7th on the road, but with a bit of a tire advantage that's gonna kind of nullify itself as we go. Then we have Ethan and Bolo Molo here, both of them, or Molo Bolo, who are both a little bit further down the road, but with more and more cars catching up to them because of worn tires, we're going to have a bit of a fight here for the last point scoring positions too, as Molo Bolo here does pit and comes out all the way at the back. So the undercuts here could play a part. Where is Baba? The wall is currently not being used for anything because they're stuck behind Moreno. So this is more like we've seen the wall in the past. It seems to make a comeback. Living Duck will very, very soon need to pit. 20 laps in. Petrov jumps in the pits first. Should maybe be able to come out ahead of Suzuka if there's a clean stop, which it is not. Slightly slow.
What's that? A pit stop issue.
Suzuka, final corner. Petrov does come out ahead and actually finds a very, very nice gap here to pit into. 8 seconds after the car ahead. And should be able to retain the lead with this, honestly. But as mentioned, Maldonado taking very good care of the tires. 70% left on those hards. Probably not going to go till the end, but can probably get away with a one-stop here. And look at the at 3 wide. We could definitely have some mayhem here if we're not careful. Just 20% time, 2 laps uncooked. Yeah, that sounds about right. Duck now dropping down with those used tires, but as long as can stay within DRS, it should be okay here. Boost Redemption. Killing. How quick is actually Petrov going here? We'll have to see. If he goes quicker than the cars up ahead, he'll definitely stay in the lead. Duck now in the pit lane. And we can see it. Petrov is going to get ahead, I think. Just about. So no undercutting, and with soft tires, we are committed to at least 1 or 2 more pit stops for the Sauber driver who has the fastest lap currently. Currently, I need another safety car. Either that or a red flag, which could happen. We have the 2 V-Carbs leading the charge at the moment. Are we going to see V-Carb on V-Carb violence? Just one slip up is all we need, as Suzuka does pit now. Comes out all the way at the back. Not a good start to the season from the McLarens. Soft tires. Maldonado is actually taking really, really good care of these tires. So I'm very curious how Ferrari will end up stacking up here, really. And Petrov had an incident? No, shouldn't have. Just coming up on some traffic is all. We finally see some pit stops here. Luna Drift is coming in. Have the Ferrari driver coming in here too. Where is Luna going to come out? Remains in 9th. And for Ferrari here, just down ahead of Danger Man and Ethan to avoid some trouble. Yeah. Big Duck here has gotten ahead of Petrov with the soft tires. V-Carbs still 1-2ing this. And immediately I see panic from the V-Carb drivers here. They're running side by side. They're both getting low on tire wear. And the panic is starting to the panic is starting to sink in here. They're gonna have to double stack. The V-Carbs are gonna force a double stack here. Let's see, are we going to get a V-Carb double stack, or are they going to puncture? Verstappen here is going to end up with less than 30% on this lap. Time is going to start being lost here. That double stack seems more and more inevitable for the V-Carbs. Honestly, it is a little bit closer than I thought it would be so far, but still plenty left. Maldonado, you can do the funniest thing right now and assassinate both of them. Maldonado sneaks by. Are we going to see both cars in or just the one? Nope. It's the answer to that. No cars in. They're staying out. The McLaren strategy team has taken over VCARB as things stand. Verstappen reports being scared. What is our strategy department doing? Send help. I too kind of do predict a puncture here if they do not pit on this lap. I think they're just too close to each other and the AI is just really does not want to pit, but there we go. Rudolph here pits first with better tires. Yes, we discussed it for too long. Hard tires for both Rudolph here and Redemption. With that, they come out in 11th and 12th, but we're a little bit of a halfway point of the race here. Can they make it till the end? Maybe, but I kind of doubt it. Verstappen now. One more lap and you will be in puncture territory. Are you gonna pit or are you gonna suffer? Or is the Sauber gonna block you from pitting? Oh no, the Sauber! Oh, Sauber almost blocked you from pitting there. That would have been kind of funny if it did. And Porres has had a moment. Well, at least you didn't eat the wall. Hard tires for VCARB. That is shame that we didn't have the incident. Yeah, suddenly the Redemption here somehow placed himself in between the two previous leaders. How did that happen? Cook, let's retire the car. Well, it happens. Leaving Doc now into the pit lane. Out in 11. We're probably going to see one more pit stop from most cars here. As I mentioned, the hards might be able to go till the end, but the rest will need to pit again as things stand. Speed this along a little bit until we get to that second phase of pit stops. Tough is going to have a tough job here, catching up. As fast as lap goes the way of SCP on those soft tires. They're not surviving till the end. Verstappen takes it back. We do have race leader Maldonado here, hitting for a medium tire. 20 laps, that should work. Ethan, I believe that is a hard tire, and Moreno, another hard tire. So currently Rudolph, Duck, Verstappen, and of course the Redemption are actually in really, really good positions as things stand. Floof is getting cockier by the second, so I'm gonna watch him for a second here because that is usually a catalyst for an incident. Dun, dun, dun. I think Fluffy might actually get some redemption and win the opener, his home race here. I'll have to see how it goes though. Still 20 laps where anything could happen. Well, that is the McLaren life Edster you selected to join. Yeah, we now see Luna pit. It is a medium tire waiting the Haas driver, and after pitting, down into 10th place here. SCP, Petrov, and Porres, as well as Intiman are all going to need to pit, so Luna can definitely make back those positions. And maybe even catch Verstappen and Duck here. We'll have to see. It is a DRS train that is being formed behind Lando here. So that could give plenty of cars a chance to catch up as Rudolph here makes their way by. Should find a little bit of freedom as a result of that. But the Lando is straight back, and the Beacon gets sent to the Shadow Realm after being pushed wide. No, nothing from FIA from that. Who's burning tires too quick? Well, the thing is, Floof here did pit nearly 10 laps ago. So, they are burning a little bit too quick. You're not wrong. You're really not wrong. We might actually see a need to pit again. Soft tires. Petrovia, 17 laps, soft tires. Is that going to work? Has anyone gone 17 laps on soft tires? Currently 14 laps for Pandoporus. And, well, it's not looking good. Yeah, I don't think anyone has done a... Okay. Petrovia throwing a gamble into the hat. There's no other way to describe this. That this is going to be a gamble. He's to clear that car and immediately does so. We see the SCP come in here. That's soft tires waiting for the SCP as well. And again, as I mentioned, mediums for porous. No one has done more than like 15 laps on these soft tires before they've been ready to explode. This could get very, very interesting. Bloof with a puncture for the last few laps, we shall see. Bloof does have 6 seconds up the road here. He's in a very, very good positions, but the V-Comps have been quick. We'll have to see if they can close him back down. And last lap here, 2 seconds gained for Verstappen. Another nearly a full second gained here on this lap for Verstappen, so the V-Comp is pushing and is catching up to our race leader. Petro now with the fastest lap of the race in 18.4, and the soft tires here are eating 3 seconds out of the race leader's lap time here. They too could potentially catch him as things stand. We're actually seeing a surprising amount of battles here, I dare say. And with the SCP and Petrov, fresh soft tires, DRS training off each other, and Danger Man just getting out of the way. What are their lap times now? 20.5, 20.9. That's not good enough. Need to work a little bit better together there, boys, as SCP gets pushed into the Shadow Realm. We've seen that one before. But yeah, Verstappen here. Another second taken out of the Floof's time. And at this rate, both V-Cops as well as the teammate Luna Drift will catch him by the end. Question is if they will have tires left. Living Duck here will need to pit again. No way you survive 15 laps on those odds. That would be kind of impressive. We have our first puncture. Red Bull has gambled a little bit too hard here. Arinda Wall has picked up the season's first puncture. Chidi Baba was unable to collect as Porus has picked up fastest lap on a set of mediums here. Softs for daily. I assume it's going to be the same here for the Red Bull. It is, in fact. Let's see what they can do towards the end of this race. As another 6/10 is taken out of Floof's time. Again, Petrov and SCP is not doing each other any favors right now. It's just too much battle for the soft runners. They are shooting themselves in the leg as things stand. You're just begging for Cosby? What's Cosby done? Yeah. Still gaining. Get behind Mr. Wall again. I love that. I love that so much. 11 laps to go here. Just less than a tenth on that last one. Needs a little bit more, but has used a lot of their tires. At this point, Lunar Drift might actually be the one that allows the two V-Comps here to come into contention, as we have a yellow flag. Babas in the pit lane. Moreno has had a lockup.
Take a look now. Now here, we're taking turn 6. The brakes couldn't cope. By that point, it was just too late.
Ref, he didn't hit the wall after locking up. That's illegal. Yeah, those cars are kind of destroyed, but should still survive till the end. Unfortunately, that does put you out of contention for any points this race, most likely. Unless we have, you know, some terrorism from the top 4. Or rather, the top 5. Living Duck still not giving up. And at this point, I do feel that the Sauber driver is going to end up with a puncture. We've seen this before. It would not be surprising. Let us see here. Lunar Drift now moves up into a Haas 1-2 for just 1 millisecond. Verstappen was a bit braver on the brakes there, but 10 laps to go. A lot could still happen. Let's see how this works out. That is, Floof must have had a moment. 21-2 versus a 19-8. But to be fair, I think they're losing time now on this lap because they're squabbling too much. There we go. Finally, the Haas gets the move done. And it's very temporary by the looks of things. But yeah, Lunar Drift here fighting the two V-Carbs could give the teammate here the win. And it does seem like that is going to be the very, very likely. Floof gains a full second on that lap due to the squabbling of the cars behind. That's going to work out pretty well for him. But they're back. Petrov and SCP are still squabbling. Maldonado is chilling with, well, basically 3 seconds either way to any company. Danger Man in 9th here with Lando Porres trying to get that 9th place off him. Ethan is trying to chase him down. And then we have Moreno and the rest here sadly being uncompetitive, let's say, at this first race. Last thing stand, it does seem to be a season where we'll be seeing a lot of V-Carb and a lot of Haas fighting each other. But Floof, pinch yourself, it could be a dream. It could also end brutally here. Living Duck could cause the safety car as things stand. 6% left before we get into puncture territory. They are still gaining. They're getting closer. They have been getting closer. Just 1.7 seconds right now. 1.9. Boosting a little bit here. Just needs one good toe to launch themselves into Floof's DRS, and that's when the fun begins. There we go. Living Duck has come into the pit lane. Where does that leave the Sauber driver? Soft tires, 5 laps to go. That should be a fight for 10th then. With Ethan for the driver who's running 5th most of this race. 1.4 seconds now. Lunar Drift reeling in her teammate and bringing company as well. This is not worth it, I dare say, for the Hasses, because this could spell disaster. 1.1 DRS within a lap here. nearly a second a lap faster. And 2 Sharks following the Haas. We're gonna need some defensive driving here from Drift. For the sake of the home hero, who's been looking for redemption, and what better way to start redemption than a win at home? Can it be? Are the legends true? Right now, it's still holding off. There's still a squabble between Petrov and the SCP. And for Ethan here, has been overtaken by Duck and is falling down the order. Duck's actually chasing right now. 17.8. Hold on. Duck is running nearly 3 seconds faster than the cars around. There's going to be 3 laps left once they cross the line here. Yeah, I don't think Duck's going to get back into, well, fight the top 4 here. But Duck could very well end up taking 5th place back. Duck is quick. 17.5. If Duck gets a little bit of a DRS pull and some good overtakes, are we going to see an insane outlier here? Sneak back up on the podium. I kind of doubt it. The DRS train here with SCP and Petrov is losing him a full 3 seconds this lap, so that's not going to happen. And out front here, Floof has regained a 2.4 second lead with just 3 laps to go. The Duck has gotten past the Alpine. And next target on this chart, again, lost 3 seconds just being stuck by another car star, is going to be Maldonado. Oh, Rudolph now has gotten up into second. Luna Drifter is 1.5 seconds behind here. Did the Haas driver get pushed wide? I think it might have happened, and Rudolph is not stopping. Within the RS now of the Floofster. Side by side here for the other pair. Drift keeps the lead. Did Rudolph get the RS? Doesn't look like it. Lost a couple of tenths in the corners. And with that, I think Floof might be safe. What can Verstappen do here? Couldn't get it done this corner. Living Duck, though, has gotten past with the RS. Could probably have pitted 1 lap earlier and gotten into the fight here for podium. Rudolph has gotten within the RS of Floof and will have 2 more zones here to get a move done. Same is true for Verstappen. Suzuka getting lapped at the worst possible timing for Rudolph. And another lapping is going to happen here before the final DRS zone for the other pair. DRS for Floof? Excuse me. Floof survives with the help of the lap McLaren. A Luna Drift here falls down to 4th, falls off the podium. Edster throwing some shackles here by being lapped on the final lap. Oh, to the line! No! Floof got beaten to the line by Rudolph. Oh my god. Petrov beats the SCP by the looks of it. Danger Man and then Puris finished off the points. But that's insane. I love that we have yes, my redemption in chat. And then Rudolph just goes, nah. Nah, we ain't getting any redemption. That's insane. Floof celebrate too early. That is a classic story though at this point. I can't even believe it. That's actually insane. We'll have to see how big the difference is, because this isn't as accurate as the one you get off the race. But yeah, both Haas here beaten on the final lap.
Sometimes I think you just have to.
I need nobody, the correspondent, to write me an article on this. But yeah, got beaten by a 10th in the end. But Floof can still be happy with this. That is a 16 place improvement for someone without in Q1 at home. That's still really, really good. I held on the whole stint. And then you lose it on the final straight. I don't think I've ever seen a more Floof moment than that, which is a little bit unfortunate for you, Floof, but it's the best way I can describe what just happened. You floofed it. Constructors then. RB takes lead ahead of Haas. Then we have the Saubers, and Williams, Red Bull, and McLaren will need to wake up and do a little bit better. Yeah, that was a interesting first race weekend. Next up, Baku. High speeds, sharp corners, destroyed vehicles. Guys, can we like Rihanna's driver of the day at least? I'll give it to you for that one, Floof. You were driver of the day. You also get ball of the day.
Greetings from Azerbaijan.
I must update your tile now to 2-time bowl champion.
We'll practice.
We're going to Baku. It's gonna be heavy rain, Baku. Because I'm evil. I think we've had better bowls, Justin. That one was just very, very funny and very on brand for Floof, which made it great. I might need to make that a short. Yeah, qualifying is going to be dry. The race is going to be soaking. So let's see how this one shapes up for us. .141.4, or rather 141.5, is the time to beat.
Eyes on dash.
From the pastry.
Okay, cool the tyres and we will box this lap. Box this lap.
I'm gonna drift with half a second quicker than that. That's insane. I might be in danger. SCP with a pretty poor time here, 6.5 seconds. I assume we had a bit of an incident when I looked away. But yeah, as things stand, both Williams drivers, Horace and SCP, as well as the McLarens, stand to be in danger. 6 minutes left of qualifying. Are we gonna see any improvements? Alcala does improve to 9th. We have a purple SCP. Goes all the way up to 2nd. Both McLarens, both Williams, and Porras now in danger. I think I'm gonna gamble on being safe. I don't sabotage anyone. Let's see if we can see any improvements. Baba, the wall. Improves time, but not position. That means Baba now is in the danger zone. As Tough is improving their personal best, but is a good 3/10 down on Baba in the first sector. Ooh, Tough is out by 6/10. What can Pole do here? That's not a good first sector from Porus. Pole gets out of danger, knocking out Gigi Baba. Tough, Gigi Baba confirmed out so far. I believe Ethan is also confirmed out, so we'll have to see if Suzuka and Porus can do any improvements there. Duck and Dark Cloud, the ones who stand to lose from an improvement. But looking at Porus' time here, I don't see this working out. Dark Cloud in danger. Suzuka is gonna have to do it. Does not look like it's gonna be enough, and it isn't by just a little over 10th, 10th and a half. Suzuka, Baba, Porus, and both William drivers out in Q1.
And green.
Q2. See where everyone shapes up to be.
Just keep your dash negative. Keep your dash negative.
Okay. Living Duck Cab was predicted for pole, I believe. And does in fact get to provisional pole. Well, provisional pole in Q2. Molobolo, Dark Cloud, Pole, Moreno, Rudolph, and Maldonado currently find themselves in danger here in Q2. And I think I should be safe, so we'll just stay in. We'll wait for the actual flying laps to begin. And we have a red flag. McLaren continue the McLaren pain.
Here we are then at turn 15.
Here we are, Lando, at turn 15.
The
Bonk.
car makes contact. And how will this affect their chances heading towards the Grand Prix, I wonder?
Almost killed me. Now you're being
As for the team
dramatic.
back in the garage, that was a tough moment to watch.
But I think that ends qualifying, maybe. I don't know if you'll have enough time to go around. Nah, we'll have time. 4:21. We're still good. Gave McLaren 9 front wings before we began, but at this point they might actually start running out. They've destroyed 3 of them. And 2 qualies in a race. I don't know if they destroyed anything in the practice session I simmed either, so yeah. Is McLaren going to be out of front wings? Could very well happen. I do believe we are getting ready here for Q2 final run. Moreno. 2/10 off Living Duck. But Moreno needs an improvement here. So because I expected everyone to have incidents, Tapping goes purple, I gave every team 9 out of every component. So 9 front wings, 9 rear wings, chassis, you get the idea, in case there was a lot of incidents. So that's why I'm saying that McLaren might even still be running out, because they'll have 6 left now. I'm probably going to do 4 races today. We'll split this up into 3 streams, and I'll just replenish the parts between each race. Moreno is safe as things stand. Dark Cloud, that's too slow. Molabola, what can you do? Rudolph, what can you do? It's improvements. Mike is in danger. I might be in danger. Yeah, Moreno and Mike currently find themselves in trouble as Rudolph goes fastest. What can Molabola do here? Proves, but not enough. Mike, Petrol, Maldonado, Dark Cloud, and Molobolo out in Q2.
Green light.
Wait, how did Mike survive? Did I misread it? If so, I'm very sorry. Last second save. That's my fault. Who's my bet on? Has or RB? I believe in Living Duck supremacy. Has and RB are going to crash each other out so many times that they need pit lane starts. I'm going to jinx it right now. This could be Cosby's year. We'll have to see. Currently, we are doing the first set of bankers, so we'll speed this up a little bit. So we don't... I don't take everyone's entire weekend. Pretty close for being Baku. After bankers, Living Duck is up front, followed by the SCP. And Mike needs a little bit of an improvement right now. Initiating Plan C. What is Plan C, guy? Okay. Dangerman is going to get some screen time for being the first one out in qualifying. Final run here now from the Ascent driver. Can we see improvements? I need a wet Baku. You're getting a wet Baku. As Living Duck has crashed.
Drivers then through turn 16. Within a split second, the impact's made.
That's a yikes right there. Living Duck could not handle not being given screen time. And had a little bit of a spin to win moment. A little bit of damage to Froming there, which I assume is what is actually going on. Could be some slight suspension damage too. But we'll have to see how this one goes. Dangerman not improving in the first sector. That is not good enough, as we see an improvement from Kristappen. It's a 10th difference though, so maybe not the worst first sector ever. We shall see. Middle sector coming up. Still not an improvement. 2 tenths, 3 tenths down our total. Kristappen doesn't have an improvement either. That is not good news for the Ascent driver. And it's not an improvement at all. No one really here is improving. And can SCP take it away from Living Duck? Or is Living Duck going to get it even with the damage to the car? Take pole here. SCP over the line. Improves time, does not improve position. Lunar Drift. You're going to be able to do it. See, Rudolph could do it with the Slipstream. Daily goes third fastest. Drift goes fourth fastest. Rudolph, what can you do? Proves, but not enough. And Mike is still in 9th here. Dangerman and Redemption not going to get anything done. Living Duck takes pole ahead of the SCP and Daily. Now the big question is, how badly is it actually going to rain here? Okay, this could get interesting. So it's predicting that we start on the Inters. Then we go... then we go for the waves. It wants to go soft at the end, which could be indicating that if we get a safety car or red flag, it's going to have a dry end to this race. We're going to get some pit stop madness here. For sure. And I'm all for it. It is Baku. It's wet. It's guaranteed that someone is going to bin it.
Final checks. Here we go. With the Azerbaijan Grand
Is there a 2026 DLC mod yet? I haven't looked, so I don't know. Might be, Lucas.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Okay. Her car, yeah. Here we see the McLaren with the two team of McLarens. Like God intended. Lando, how did you end up in this position? But yeah, let us see here if we have a clean start. Living Duck has a good one. Luna Drift might actually get a move in here on this SCP. Just bullies him out of the way. Up into second for the Haas. 5th and 6th here for the V-Cobs. Redemption here might get overtaken by the Aston. Looks like it is going to be a drag race here to the next corner. Side by side. Hasn't given up yet. No, it's giving anything up here. And apparently we are keeping Lando hostage. He's getting overtaken by a car that has retired. I don't know how we feel about that. The Redemption has managed to hold on. Moreno is in 10th ahead of Petrov. And with that, on this first lap, Luna Drift up 2, Rudolph up 1. For the most part, nothing massive. Baba in 17th. It's going to be a pain for the Williams. And pole position. But apart from that, pretty relaxing first lap here. Oh, we had a slight yellow flag there. Pando has had a moment.
Just a bit too wide at that point.
Ah, yes, let's just park up and create a gap for our teammate out front. That's actually kind of funny that we just park up and allow give Maldonado some space. Then we immediately chase him down. Like, you literally just had an incident. Are you going to cause another one with your teammate? It would be peak if you did. You're not that badly off. So you're in 12th. You've moved up 2 places. This race might give you a chance to shine a little bit. Yeah, I'm very curious how things are going to look around lap 25. So we're just going to speed this up a little bit. I think that's just chilling out front, fast lap after fast lap, which makes sense because the track is drying up. Right now, Ando Porres, Alan Suzuka is moving up in the world. Alongside Luna Drift, who has taken the lead. Has into the lead as things stand. Will there be a gap out front? Already gained over a second. Living Duck behind. There will indeed be a mountain of rain afterwards. So we need to get there. Slimming Duck and Drift here, creating quite the gap down to the SCP. Five seconds now. Going last strong because I cook in the way. Oh. This will work out pretty well for both Duck and Drift once they do end up pitting. But if they keep on squabbling like they are, immediately in 1.5 seconds they're giving up. It's not going to work out for either of them. Danger Man, well, that's Redemption here, causing some problems. And we have Danger Man causing a red flag. It was expected, it did happen, and Rudolph has been caught up in it too. What happened here?
Here we are down at turn 7. Oh, that's where they hit the wall. Well,
Get
following a
bonked.
crash like that,
Cosby,
it'll be
get
important now
bonked.
to ensure that any debris is cleared from the scene.
I predict
The team glued to the
more
monitors
than
and
15
watching their hopes
finishes.
crumble away.
Or did you want less than? On the positive side, Cosby, I think you survived. You'll actually be restarting. I think it's just the front wing that got destroyed.
All drivers have taken
The question now is the front wing going to be replaced? Because they don't like replacing his front wing. We've seen this before.
and it's lights out, and away we go.
Okay, before we go over the restart. Yeah, I think I've figured out the problem with your car. It's broken. Honestly, though, this is probably mostly a visual glitch. The damage isn't that bad. It's just light damage. But yeah, the rear wing just being absolutely bonked is, for sure, a visual glitch. So they gave you a new front wing, and it just costs you half your rear wing. So, yeah, the rear wing's stupid. And the funniest part now is that it's going to dry up a little bit. We're going to have 8 minutes of light rain, which means it's not going to go, the water level is going to go down. You're all on wet tires, which means they're going to get eaten up, particularly those of you who have one smoothness. You are going to need to pit for another wet tire, I think. So let's see how this restart goes. That is a great launch from Duck. Not as good for Luna. And Daly had a pretty decent one here. Are we going to see an aggressive move? We're not. SCP down to 4th, almost shoved into the wall. 5th and 6th here for Rudolph. Luke's Redemption here getting a little bit aggressive here. You're next to someone who's already had an incident. You could get into another one, if you're not careful. And we have Mike, Petrov, and Moreno in the top 10. The wall here. Chichi Baba is enjoying last place as things stand. And all in all, Aldonado and Baba has been the big losers here when it comes to positions, as well as SCP. And of course, Danger Man, who DNF'd. That is just unfortunately how things go sometimes. We'll have to see how the track here is going to affect people, particularly with on the wets here. The wets aren't going to be too hot right now, but give it like 2-3 laps. Allow them to heat up. And we might see some pretty aggressive degradation on of these tires as we have a yellow flag.
And here we've got a
And
yellow flag.
Kaz has done a little bit of Spinderella moves.
And the control's lost. And you can't afford to do something like that when dealing with these sort of conditions.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be. So most cars are not going to need to pit again, but it's still going down.
We've
Oh,
got a yellow flag here.
Daly now with a spin. It's begun. Wrong time for the occasion.
Oh, and around they spin.
Around you go. But yeah, it's starting to go back up again. 10% loss isn't that big of a deal. Mike here, down 15%. Degradation isn't that high in Baku to begin with, so I think most cars are going to be fine. It just seemed worse than it actually was. Leclerc leads Luna, leads SCP, Verstappen, the Redemption, Mike, Rudolph, Petro, Moreno, and Bolo. We'll have to see how this one goes. Possibly here driving around with a broken rear wing. We're getting closer to actual wet territory, and the mountain here is in play. We are going to have a dry end to this race, and again, adaptability going to play a huge part here as it dries up. So we could see some big changes in position in the last 10 laps. Pretty aggressive changes in position in the last 10 laps. Ethan has ran wide, but it seems like it didn't cost him anything as things stand. Baba. What are you doing, Baba? There's 7 seconds now from Baba. Baba is taking prisoners. If you make a mistake, you're getting stuck behind the Baba. Like, literally. Baba has caught pole position, Daily and Dark Cloud, and it's not letting them go. You have been caught by the wall. Anyone else gonna get sent to hell? So Baba is doing what? 2:10s? Basically, yeah, 2:09.9s. 3 seconds slower than the leader. And keeping 3 prisoners while doing so. That's actually amazing. Baba is just chilling, yeah. The Baba Yaga of F1 right here. Doesn't actually cause you any harm, just frustration. Takes you out of the race by not allowing you to get ahead. And finally McLaren gets by. Is it gonna work though? Because I think Baba also has... Yeah, Baba has just defending, I believe. So yeah, McLaren here now finally finds a little bit of freedom. But that is 9 seconds that needs to be getting back. We're getting into a little bit of a dry patch right now. It's going to dry up slightly before it gets heavy again. And then we are getting to the fun time. Suga runs wide, but is still in 11th, so could be a lot worse. How bad is what Luke dreamed of being? Oh, we have a mechanical failure on Dark Cloud. Remember, Dark Cloud basically destroyed the car in Australia. What is the problem here? Oh, track condition changed to damp. Okay, Mercedes, what have you done? Yeah, that crash in Australia was really bad. Basically destroyed the engine, destroyed the ERS. This is a fresh gearbox. So virtually the entire car went bye-bye. And in Australia for Dark Cloud. That's gonna suck. And it's gonna require some new parts, let's just put it like that. Verstappen just chilling behind the SCP. Really wants to get that overtake done before it starts drying up. It's not that far until it begins. As you can see, just 7 minutes now until we reach the cloudy era. And when it gets cloudy, it's going to start drying up. How am I losing time with the best tires? It's because you are managing your tires, Loof. Oh.
Now,
What have you done?
Is that the Williams involved? And we can easily see how wet it is on the track. But oh, they can't
Not once, but twice.
That won't do their...
He hit that wall. Just need to ensure the damage was big enough that we get a new front wing. Just scraping it? Nah, you're not getting a new front wing. Breaking it half? Maybe you get a new front wing. I'm curious what tires they're going to give you, because it is going to dry up in 4 minutes. Those are Inters. Okay. I've seen worse tire choices. But you now have to contend with the wall. So let's see how this works out for you, Tough. Oh?
There's been a crash. Really treacherous conditions.
Second I look at chat, something happens.
Clearly unable to take evasive.
Come on, you need to hit it again so you get a new front wing. You know the rules, Pando.
While all that was happening.
You know the law, Pando. Hit once more. Yeah, we see pit stops here. They're coming in for Inters now. Question is everyone going to come in for Inters, or is it just a select few that are taking the gamble? The wall here now has been relegated to last. With that, I think Gigi Baba is out of walling for this one. Living Duck, what are you going to do? Are you staying out? You are staying out. Are we going to see anyone else pull the trigger here? Go on the Inter tires. I don't think you're going to make up a pit stop though before it dries up, and I think that is why they are staying out. Because Daly, Cole, and Baba that are gambling. I'm curious if that gambling is going to be worth it. 9 seconds behind is tough here to Dark Cloud. And with half a second gain just on the straight there. Oh yeah, this might very well be worth it. Just a few corners and a full second gained. But how quickly? Nah, it's drying up way too quickly. It's not worth it to go for them. Just tough it out on the wets here. It is the correct choice. Like 2 seconds, you're gaining 3 seconds a lap, basically. Toughing it out on the wets is the correct choice. Oh!
Let's see what happened there. And round they go. Not a mistake they'll want to make again.
You done floofed. At least you retained 5th. So, not all bad. And you do have Mike behind you who has eaten their tires. All in all, could be a lot worse. That's why I kept opening my mouth. Floof, we've been through this. Every time you do some shenanigans, something happens. It is the law. What can Rudolph do here with half the red wing missing? Won't be long until we get DRS. And right now, 4 seconds from the first to last car here with Inters, but it's gonna be 1 or 2 more laps of this, and then it's pit stop time anyway. So yeah, not really working out. Are we gonna see an overtake? Suzuka, this is really early if you're gonna go for the soft tires. Medium tires. Mediums? That's the fire your strategy team. Get them out of here. It's still very wet on track. You went for medium tires instead of soft. Or in the wall got a puncture, but I can't even be upset about that. I'm upset about the McLaren strategic choices here. It's 12 laps of Baku. I think we need to go over this again. Compound differences. The softs are going to be quicker than the mediums for their entire life cycle. Of course, unless you don't have any smoothness. I don't remember everyone's smoothness. But this seems silly. Duck now comes in, and we're going to be seeing everyone pit. Is there any double stack potential? Well, Maldonado and Porras is going to be the only one. Soft for Duck. What are you going to give Luna? Softs for Luna. Verstappen. More soft tires. The SCP has been given soft tires. They're giving Floof soft tires. They're giving Rudolph soft tires. I'm seeing soft tires everywhere. Even underground, apparently. But yeah, the double stack here from Ferrari. And not the quickest stop either, so that could shake. Why have Ferrari been given a brother team to kind of, you know, spawn disappointment in McLaren right now? Why has that happened? But yes, Tuffy is staying out, Daly staying out, pole position is staying out, probably because they're on inter tires rather than wets. But yeah, Waller's gone for a medium, Suzuka's gone for a medium, and the rest has all gone for soft tires. Duck, Drift, SCP, Verstappen, Loof, Rudolph, and then we have Petrov in the top 7, Marino, Bolo, and very likely Maldonado. Once everything gets sorted, and Porras here did get very much screwed over by that double stack. I'm still upset. Okay, so I would like to file a complaint with the McLaren team as a whole. I understand that the Intercar can keep up, but look at the amount of water on track, 35 millimeters. It's time to get rid of these busted tires. They're wrong tires for the occasion. Maybe it doesn't matter if you don't have enough stability, but look at the straight. That's a good 2 seconds loss just there. And it might actually have been the difference between getting out ahead of the 3-man cars. Molo Bolo here has had an incident. Rather than an incident, I would rather call that an assassination. Molo Bolo has assassinated Moreno. Bolo did get a penalty for that, which means other cars are going to want to catch up to him. 5-second penalty for Bolo. Moreno with front wing damage, and I would guess suspension damage too, at the very least. That is probably the Alpine driver being basically out of this as things stand. I don't know how to describe the current situation anymore. BRB, 1 second. Sorry. Sorry about that. I had to go get some water. Looks like Verstappen is trying to get the other Alpine right now, who just set fastest lap. We're on a dry track with a minimum of water. It's extremely hot, which should have an effect on the tide. We'll keep on slashing back the fast lap here, and Petrov has gotten Rudolph as things stand. We'll have to see if we see any changes here for the podium. There is a DRS train further down. And right now, Maldonado and Suzuka needs to get a move on and get within range of Molobolo, so they can get past the Red Bull driver, who does have a penalty. Could still have an incident here. Everyone's going to go full attack now, all the way till the end. I've ended up against Editor again with some sort of master plan. Well, how do you feel about your master plan, Justin? Rudolph still being competitive even with raving damage is a little bit surprising, but just kind of proves that it's light and it's mostly a visual glitch. So we will take that. Yeah, 6 laps to go here. Living Duck should have this one in the bag, followed by Drift, and then we'll have to figure out who will take the podium here. Verstappen and the SCP is switching back and forth constantly. Dark Cloud is collecting mechanical faults. That is the 3rd one so far. And Rudolph takes fastest lap here. Rudolph and Petrov fighting over 6th and 7th. Polo trying to hold on for dear life here. Suka needs to get a move on if they want to snatch that final point away from the penalized Red Bull. Right now, we're just going to speed this up a little bit. Because there isn't actually anyone that is close enough to really to launch attacks. It's going to be these DRS attacks into the corners, which could cause mayhem, but so far has been pretty tame. Oh, Huff has moved up into 11th here. It's still gonna need to find a lot of time if they want to get into the points there. Molobolo's penalty. Not gonna be easy on them. How is Petro and Cosby gaining on you? That would be because you're slow, I think. Fast laps there, still changing hands, getting quicker and quicker towards the end. And we see a yellow flag just momentarily, as Daly has had another incident.
Follow the drivers then through turn 16.
To be fair, Floof,
To respond.
in Baku, it's not really battling, it's just slipstreaming. So if you have a slipstream buddy, you can really gain on the car in front. As you can see here, they're not really... Well, in this case, they were squabbling, but if they weren't squabbling, they would probably be gaining on you. So all in all, you should still be okay. Three laps to go here soon. There we go. Verstappen moves up to 3rd. SCP is going to try and get that back immediately. Whoever gets the final DRS on is very likely to take the win between these two. Maldonado needs a little bit more here. Needs to get within 5 seconds of the Red Bull driver. Capitalize on that penalty, and right now it's not happening. Luna Drift could win. Luna is catching up, does have tire advantage. Duck lost 1.5 seconds. Lost more than a second in the last 2 laps. And Luna is actually moving ahead now. 2 laps to go. Is that tire advantage going to be enough? Seems like it might be. Verstappen moves up to 3rd. Living Dog is not ready to give up though. Still pushing. Not the correct section to push in though. Should just be recharging and get her on the straight as things stand. Very aggressive here, the Sauber driver. Is there an F125? No, unfortunately. There is a mod for like 25 grid, but no F125. Living Duck, final lap here, goes back in the lead, out of drift. Verstappen, currently third. Can Drift get the place back? This is probably going to be the final chance. Doesn't look like it. Or I was wrong, maybe. Who's going to be bravest on the bricks? It is going to be Living Duck. We have Verstappen, SCP, followed by Floof, Petrov, Rudolph. Who it is? Molo now is going to lose place to Maldonado. But who is going to end up winning? Not a lot left here. Could go down to the final straight. But right now, Living Duck is in charge, but does have a pretty big time deficit. That could be enough that the Haas driver can be, well, a little bit too brave on the brakes, one might say. And with the RS, it's very likely that Luna here might actually get this in the end. Look how close the Haas driver is. Oh, that slipstream did it. Luna Drift takes the win. What about SCP versus Verstappen? Verstappen gets it. SCP didn't get enough of a slipstream. Redemption here is going to come in fifth. Then we have Rudolph, who did a great recovery drive after getting somewhat assassinated. Petrov in seventh, followed by Pudas. Bolo is in ninth, but will be demoted to 10th due to a penalty. Might even get demoted on track. And it did, in fact, happen. That is a top 10. Tough, Suzuka, Mike, Cole, Daly, Ethan, Renault, Darkcloud, and Baba. No points scored here, unfortunately, for them.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
Yeah, Luna makes up 3 positions, takes a win here at the end. We've had 2 very close races so far. Both of them have been decided by less than a couple of tenths. Yeah. Apparently, SCP got it over Verstappen on countback. I don't know. SCP gets the podium. Photo finish judged them as having crossed at the same time. It happens. Yeah. Pandaporis here moves up 8 places. Great job. Daily, not a good day. Let's just put it like that. Bolo, even with the penalty, still secures a point. 5%. Luna here takes charge. Rudolph is second, followed by Duck. And in the constructors then, Haas is 3 points ahead of the RBs. Williams McLaren yet to score points. Is F124 available on PS5? I think so. I'm actually a little bit uncertain. Is the game available on PS5? Someone might be able to Google it for you. Let us see here. We're going to Miami next. We will intervene in the tension. Just go straight to the Miami. But we'll have more slipstreaming. And I don't remember what the weather's going to look like. So not only are you guys getting a surprise with the weather, I'm getting a surprise with the weather. The corner before the straight for heavy traffic crashes. Who's going to do the double donk this time around? I'm putting my money on Floof. I hate Miami.
Once again, we touch down in Miami as F1.
What do I think of the redemption so far? If your goal was better than 10th, you're doing good. It is on. Wait. Yeah, it's just, it's dry. All of it. I think you've had a good start to your redemption, but let's face it, Floof, there's 10 races remaining. You can, just like McLaren, throw it away. You're very good at that.
And green.
Like Lahan should low tier god itself the calendar. Oh, the anger. You already thrown away a win,
Save a bit of
my
fuel,
good
please.
sir. Pain and suffering, Ethan. Pain and suffering. You know what? I need one more run. Just to mess with Loof. That's not the run we needed. Yeah, so far, Living Duck is once again proving that they are a qualifying master. Yeah, Williams here, not having a good time. Maldonado not having a good time. Moreno, Mike, all of them need a little bit more. What has been presented so far. Verstappen here, purple first sector. Second place. Even a purple sector was not enough to do anything. Mike looking to get out of the danger zone right now. Two sector improvements so far should do the job. Just 3/10 off second place as things stand. Moves up to 4th. Yeah, that kind of sells it here. We need to go again. Just to be on the safe side. If Baba gets through here, everyone's going to be very, very screwed. The wall. Currently in 12th, that was their final run. Probably going to be in somewhat danger here. Redemption, Hooters, both of them are trying to improve and get away from the danger zone. Not a good run here for Ethan, not gonna lie. Not a good run here for Pole so far. It's a little bit more than what they're getting. And we see 3 and 4 right now from Haas. Rudolph with their purple first sector. Petrov is improving too. Pole position might be good. Up into 15th. Tough here, getting a bit of a slipstream here from the Mercedes. Petrov goes 14 fastest, no improvement in the final one. Tough goes just slightly ahead. And suddenly Pole and Baba are in danger. But I think the only one that can really do any damage to them is Dark Cloud, so it's only Pole that is in danger. Maldonado has not had a good first sector, down half a second already there. The Dark Cloud is improving. Clearly been given a new engine, new gearbox now. Maldonado improves to 15th, knocks Pole down. But as I mentioned here, Dark Cloud is improving massively. With that, we are gonna see Maldonado knocked out. Dark Cloud up into 7th, but Duck is still fast in Q1. Am I going to buff my own card to ensure Q3 appearance for next stream? I don't think so. Generally, I don't want to mess any more than I need to with the cards because sometimes the editing just freaks out. So if anything, I'll just maybe boost the drive stats a little bit. But
Okay.
honestly, it should be okay. I'm not too worried. I predict a contender knockdown in Q2. Is that contender Floof by any chance?
Stay negative, please. One more as well for coming.
Baba here with 5.2 seconds off the pace. Great start. What can Duck do though? Duck is the qualifying genius. 3/10 off the pace tree. In danger. Ando Porus. Mike, Daily, Dangerman, Rudolph, and Gigi Baba. Is Rudolph going to be the contender knocked out in Q2? McLarens won't leave me alone. Mom, the McLarens are bullying me. Let's see what Mike can do. It's improving. It's going to be enough. Probably not. Just up to 8th there. Second off the pace. Final sector. Bit of a letdown. Probably not going to be enough. Tough though. Is on the brink, but is down by 3/10 in the first sector. It's going to have a really, really hard job here. Danger Man with a pretty impressive run so far. Let's see what Tough can do. Moves up to 9th. I don't think that's going to be enough. Danger Man, on the other hand, great first sector. It's basically purple. And the middle sector is purple. What about the final sector? Second place. 2,000s off the pace right there. Baba, 7th. Tough is out. What can our redemption do? Very similar time to Danger Man so far. Slightly slower by 1/10. 4 and 5/10 respectively down here for Ando and Molobolo. I don't think they're getting out of this one. They needed a little bit more. Oh, Cloud 8, 32.5. Could work, but really needed more. Forest is out by 4,000. Oh, sorry, 400 as things stand. Molo moves up to 9th. Dark Cloud and Rudolph here. Rudolph is improving. Should be able to safely get out as things stand. Yeah, Porus and Tough out. Mike out. Petrov could be out here. That's a terrible first sector. Rudolph moves up to 3rd, knocking Bolo out. Can Daly get Baba? Daly does get Baba. Not to mention it, Petrov having a terrible first sector means that their teammates should be safe. Tough, Horace, Mike, Bolo, Baba, very likely Petrov here, are going to be out in Q1. Sorry, Q2, and they are. How much do you always pick on me? I mean, I deserve it, but that's beside the point. Because I know you can take it, because I know you understand that it's in good fun. So, I do it because you're a good sport. Straight up. Hello, Maniac. What are car performance looking at? 95 in cornering. 95% out of 100 in DRS, top speed, and dirty air. 60% on cornering, 40% on cooling and tire preservation. Petrov is out, yes. Bank laps are happening. Terrible middle sector. Still goes second. SCP currently first after the bank laps have been completed. The scariest part about this time right here, 2/10 off SCP, but lost 4/10 in the middle sector. And that's not even compared to the purple time. This could have been an insane lap. Living Duck here, our qualifying specialist, is going out first. Oh, Daly is actually on a fast lap. Improvements in the middle and final sector, but the first sector left much to be desired. No improvement for Daly. Let's see what the Duck can do. $32.2 improvement. Basically the purple time. It's not a bad middle sector. I think most are doing it 20.4. But you need a little bit more, Duck. Unless you lost oil time in the final sector last time around. Luffy with a 32.1. Improvement in first sector was enough, but yeah, doesn't move far enough ahead. Rudolph, what can you do? Are we gonna see a floof pole? No, SCP with a 32 blank in the first sector here. Rudolph, what can you do? Original pole until Floof took it away just a millisecond later. SCP, you're up. That's a good middle sector. Needs to lock in the final sector here, and that is pole position. Very, very likely to be pole position. We're not seeing any real improvements further down the road. SCP is going to take pole here, followed by Redemption, Rudolph, Drift, Verstappen, and Danger Man, Living Duck, Dark Cloud, and Daily. Living Duck here could not live up to expectations in Miami. How did I choose viewers? I was gone for a while. Basically just the first 20 that signed up. But for this one, there wasn't enough sign-ups to get any F2 divisions going, so just picked up 20 first. Okay. That is a point for SCP for pole position. Let's jump into the race. There was some worry before we started this season that the tuned cars and the low overall drivers would result in mayhem. So far, I think it's been pretty manageable.
It's lights out and away we go.
No friends this time in the pit lane. Let's just retire. And are they giving him a hard tire? They have. Hard tire for our leader here. And start from Rudolph. Use softs too. Luna moves up ahead. Danger Man has moved up one, I'm pretty sure. Not going to be able to keep it though, unfortunately. With that, we have an Alpine in the lead, followed by the Haas, followed by the V-Carbs, Danger Man, Duck, Dark Cloud, Daily, and the Wall, Baba, in the points currently. This man is basically just here to make whoever's behind him's life miserable. I'm not even joking. Dude has 100 defending. So I'll see how this works out in a pretty up there position, really, 10th. If the gap gets formed in 10th, we could have a very interesting fight for that final point down the road. But no smoothness on Baba, so tires get eaten immediately. Your incident is that Dark Cloud did not...
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
Are you kidding me, AI? I think we need to wait for the finish line. But yeah, they did not change out that ERS. I want to make this clear to everyone. I gave everyone 6 ERSs, 6 gearboxes, 6 engines. So this is just the AI being stubborn. You have 5 more components to use. You see the Redemption having taken the lead here. Baba in a tire eating contest would win. Rudolph here started on used tire. Baba is already down to 67% after 4 laps. Well, this is the 4th lap, so after 3 really. And with the problems with the ERS that Dark Cloud has, Baba now has the extra shield to basically make the wall more effective. Then again, there is apparently a wolf at the back called Bolomolo, so I don't know what to think about that one, honestly. Stop saying 6-7. Oh! We've had a Maldonado incident here.
Ferrari's involved in this one.
Maldonado is involved in this one. The pasta. Has assassinated someone.
It's not going the way the team had hoped today. That is for sure.
That is Bolomolo and Maldonado out, and we now have a full safety car. The question now is Baba gonna actually pit for fresh tires? Are we gonna see a double stack? Oh. Oh no. A moment of silence for Luna Drift and a moment of silence for Rudolph. They are gonna get double stacked under a safety car. May they rest in potato. Let's see how badly they lose out here now. Dark Cloud actually stayed out alongside Mike and Suzuka. How far are you guys gonna get shuffled down for your sins?
Slow pit stop there.
Drift even had a slow stop, so 9th and 10th now. A moment of silence for the double stack punishment. And Baba now has been sent to the Shadow Realm. Dead last. How did that work out in terms of positions gained there? Suzuka up 15, Mike up 11, Az up 7. And yeah. Drift and Rudolph both lost 6 places, and Baba down 8. Baba, the most unfortunate victim, except for the 2 who crashed, out of that safety car. The wall has been now put out of commission. We have an ERS-less car leading us on the restart. I don't know what to say. No one is finishing on these tires. No one has enough smoothness. Well, maybe one of you guys do, but you can't really take the hardest 50 laps on this track. The AI will not be able to, at least. The AI will not be able to take these tires 50 laps. Look at the rocket, Verstappen. But yeah, clean-ish restart. Hard to see how this is going to affect the race. But yeah, Dark Cloud, as you can see, is already holding people up. Mike is being given a little bit of breathing room as a result. Apparently, Mike didn't use that breathing room very well. You have a car behind you without ERS chasing you down and overtaking you. That's kind of embarrassing. We shall see here. Suka, not doing too good right now. But it's basically still just one big DRS train. Except for Baba has decided to once again bully at McLaren. Why is it always this guy? It's like the 3rd race in a row where Baba is bullying McLaren. Now, Dark Cloud's ERS here has exploded, finally. But an ERS exploding isn't actually race ending. As weird as that sounds. You see, the ERS has gone bye-bye. But the ERS going bye-bye is not a reason to retire. It's just a reason to be very slow. So, Dark Cloud is creating some gaps here. Bluef is leading ahead of Mike. Well, ahead of SCP, ahead of Drift. Then we have Mike, Verstappen, Dangerman, Living Duck, Suzuka, and Ethan. Well, as Petro right now. Yeah, Dark Cloud is probably going to get lapped a couple of times. Man has now picked up a mechanical fault. Love to see exactly what that is. it is the engine. So as you can see, pieces are starting to get worn. Danger Man has also been in a crash of his own, so it's not all that surprising. We've leading two races in one stream. What is this madness? How many races on each season? Usually 8, but because this might be our last season, potentially, I've done 12 this one. Cosby, why are you slow? Cosby, what are you doing back here? This is not where you're supposed to be. I'm getting overtaken by a Williams for 30% tires. Man yells at Moon. Yeah, the top 3 now.
There's been an issue in the pits.
Suzuka. The McLaren paint train just won't stop. Pit stop issue this time. Gigi Babas actually ran away from pole position. I don't know how to describe my feelings right now for McLaren, but I think Ty is upset about my feelings for McLaren right now because he wanted that team. Slow-ish stop here from the Red Bull too. Why are you coming in? You're just trying to make sure you're behind car without an energy system? To be fair though, the Haas is switching back and forth like this constantly. We're just one lockup away from mayhem. Petrov now into the pit lane. Medium tires. They're not gonna last 36 laps, so that basically means Petrov is gonna be pitting again. Gigi Babas found a new victim. Mike. I love that it's just yelling in chat right now. Drivers being upset at the AI strategic choices here is brilliant. Living Duck and Ethan does pit. Are we seeing slow stops or is that just what I feel like? Ethan has found his place behind the wall. With the offsetting tires, it shouldn't be a big deal. Living Duck. Fresh tires, out in 11th. And once the others pit, could move up to top 4. Let's see how this undercut attempt goes. Renault should come in soon. Are we gonna see Alpine going for a puncture? They're not. Moreno pits. Fastest lap now in the hands of Ethan. Yeah, we're getting to the point where potentially hard save for Luna could make it till the end. SCP has taken the lead ahead of the 2 Haas drivers. And Rudolph has somehow gotten back up into 6th. Heresy. Danger Man, let go of me. Honestly, you both have basically very much the same amount of tires. So it's not a surprise that you guys are switching back and forth. And maybe losing a little bit of time in the process. But I think you'll be fine for the most part. Top 3 are still hugging each other. Who is going to be the first one to pit? It's actually Danger Man. Did they give you soft time? Okay, so Danger Man just locked in one more pit stop at a minimum with those soft tires. Honestly, what does the top 3 have available to them? Respectable. 20 laps on a soft tire from Luna. Oh, Floof, what do you have to say to your defense there? You have 70% more wear than a soft tire runner. Luna does have hard tires available here. I can go till the end. In theory, neither Floof nor SCP has tires left other than softs. They may really for Verstappen. This could be a fun end to this because soft tires are not going to live 27 laps. They might stretch this a little bit longer, but as things stand, we could have a puncture at the end here. They might have a medium, but generally the AI loves leaving you with one medium and one soft for the race. Sorry, one medium and one hard for the race. There are cases like with Petrov here where they will give you 2 mediums. But generally they'll only give you 2 of either 2 mediums or 1 medium and a hard. And Luna here now has gone to a medium tire. That's not what I expected. I'm not going to lie. I would expect a hard tire. But that works, and now Danger Man is behind. Medium is still going to have a little bit of a hard time going till the end, but with 22 laps, Luna could make it work. Luna did 22 laps on a soft tire, so Luna could definitely make that work. Let's see what the Redemption and the SCP has in store for us. I think I saw a medium on the SCP. I'm seeing mediums on both, so they saved an extra medium. They should be okay then. They do come out down the road. Look at this. Already lost nearly 5 seconds to Luna. That is not what they needed right now. Seeing predictions for a Danger Man podium. That's going to require some work there with the extra pit stops he needs. Verstappen hits and is down to 10th there with a medium tire. Should be doable to stick with that till the end. You can see just how much these fresh tires are. 31 3s, 34s, 35s around them. Kind of insane. It's Living Duck, Danger Man, Petrov all need to pit here. Reno, Ethan, Mike. There's some gaps here that's going to make it kind of difficult for those further down the road, but for Duck here, you waited this long to put on a hard tire? Well, Duck is good till the end. Like, no one can even contest that, and like, with the gaps here, it's essentially going to jump Petrov. Definitely going to jump Danger Man. Right now, Ethan, Mike. That's 4 places up. That's a 7th place. That's a hard tie, though. We'll have to see how Duck is going to do here. They could push a little bit more aggressively. Those who have more wear. But it's hard to say, really. Feminist game. Ethan is begging his team to pit. Mediums for Petrovia. We shall see how this one ends up. The question here is now, like, these guys have already used nearly 30% of their tires, 25 to 30%. Still 20 laps to go. These tires are being eaten a little bit too quick. Petrov could still, you know, pull something off here.
There's been a slow pit stop.
Slow stop there for Moreno. Not what Alpine needs. We're gonna have to pay attention to that and see if they actually get till the end here. I like a change of teammate. Sorry, no take backs. You're stuck with the teammate you selected. Or, you know, the teammate you got assigned. Top 3 are still running together here. Danger Man is doing their absolute best. They're definitely managing tires a little bit more right now. Yeah, these tires are being managed. You can see that they're running a lot colder than they were just a couple of laps ago. So some management is happening here with 15 laps ago. It is necessary. They've been on these tires for 11, 12 laps here. So it's definitely doable going till the end. They're going to be quite worn, but they'll make it work. The gaps are also too big for Petrov to really make a difference. Duck here is kind of stuck in traffic. Can't really catch up either. Danger Man pitted onto a new, well, an old set of softs, as far as I can see. So the top 3 just needs to chill and maintain the gap to the V-Carbs. Then they'll be good. I mean, Duck and Petrov are going to squabble. There's no way around that. And, well, in terms of final points here, we'll have to see what Ethan can do on these fresher softs. 9-second gap in the laps remaining. It's going to be a little bit difficult to reel in, I think. There's a whole desert between me and... That's one way to describe that. How are you behind someone without an ERS? Oh, you guys have been lapped and now you're running side by side? Behind the car that lapped you? Please tell me that's no, it's the wrong V-Carb. Oh, you're unlapping yourself. Brave. Very brave. Look at this. McLaren is finally waking up and lapped themselves. Haas might be running away with it a little bit right now. They've left the SCP here behind. Can they keep that though? No, not really. Maybe. Red flag. Ethan. Okay. This just became interesting. I'm coming for 1 point. Famous last words. Up to the lead. Huge. I don't know if Ethan did this or Floof did this. One of you guys jinx this. Figure out which one of you amongst yourself. Can you do this, Ethan? I think Ethan needs a new car if he's going to do this. Seems like him and Moreno has had a little bit of a come together.
Let's take a closer look. Now,
Let's do that.
7th corner. And ends up making contact with the barrier. Well, they may
Ethan.
have to leave their mark, but I think that was a little too literal, don't you?
My favorite corner. I love that. My favorite corner. Apparently Moreno survived. I don't know how, but he survived. Just throwing damage. Totally not my fault.
The restart is moments away.
Clearly,
As the
Crosby
race continues.
left a, banana peel on the floor.
And it's lights out, and away we
Okay,
go.
so I assume suspension? No, it's not front wing. That doesn't look like it's supposed to. I think they didn't change the front wing, or I know. Looks like you're missing a chunk. See, it's supposed to look like this, not like this. That's the problem right there. Okay, so we're gonna have a restart here. Petrov has been put on hards for some godforsaken reason. They're giving Floof Boy some mediums for a 9-lap sprint, 8-lap sprint. And Rudolph has been given 80% worn softs. In today's episode of Why? Has Floof even used any softs this race? Floof has not used a single soft. For some ungodly reason, the AI has kept 3 sets of mediums for him. What? Petrov 2 has kept 3 sets of mediums. You know what? The AI is just taking the piss here because they usually leave the player with 1 medium, 1 hard. And they leave the other AIs with 3 mediums. I think they're biased, guys. But yeah, let's see here. We have 1 set of fresh softs in top 10. We have a set of fresh softs, mediums and fresh hards. Let's see how the restart goes. Terrible restarts from the medium boy. Guess we're taken by his teammate. Look at Verstappen flying down the outside here. Somehow Floof retains first though. And Verstappen couldn't get that overtake done. Now it's the first corner here. 1-2 from the Hasses. SCP Verstappen. Living Duck, Rudolph down to 6th here. Petrov in 7th. Daly, Dangerman, and Moreno eking out the final places somehow with damage ahead of the Ferrari. I'm speechless. Better F. Not sure, I guess. This was my one chance at highlight TV. Well, the hard runner here can go full YOLO, so this could get interesting, to say the least. 2 Hasses now running away. SCP, a little bit down the road, but as we know, with battery usage in the first couple laps on a restart, this is very common. We'll have to see if SCP can reel them back in. 4th and 5th right now from the B-Carbs. Living Duck in 6th here. There is a gap. Petrov is under attack by Daly. Gets the move made. Those hards not doing him any favors right now at all. Move down to 2nd place. Back in the lead. They're switching back and forth. Oh, we have a yellow flag. It's Floof. Someone jinxed him by asking if he's ever won a race. The redemption.
And the car just locks. What caused that, I wonder?
Have you ever won a race before? The timing was insane on that one. Not kidding. And Ethan's saying I channeled the crash for a Haas 1-2. Why did you double jinx the poor soul? I can't believe you've done this. Now it's all to play for now. Mechanical fault for the McLaren. It's standard practice at this point, honestly. Verstappen moves up to second out of SCP. Rudolph is chasing. Living Duck is chasing. Daly is still chilling in 6th. Petrov, Dangerman Moreno, and Pandoporus in 10th as things stand. Still 5 more laps here. Mayhem could still ensue. And it would not surprise me if it did. Cliff was asked for a comment from his... Oh, I thought we were going to see a double V-carb overtake. We did still see a double V-carb overtake, but I thought it would be better. One on each side of the Alpine here. The V-carb have moved up into 2nd and 3rd as things stand. And Flu's comment to what just happened is that he doesn't believe the pain has hit him yet. And I can understand that. Nerf drift. Do I sign up for next season? We don't know if it is going to be a next season, Craig. If we do one, it'll be on Discord. You can find the Discord invite in the description. Honestly, you can still catch Luna. It's 4 laps remaining. Luna has basically, I'm pretty sure, destroyed their battery at this point, emptied it completely. And the others have saved a little bit of battery to, you know, battle. So we'll see. It's doubtful, but it could still happen. And SCP and Duck cause any problems for the V-carbs though. Look at Duck going for it. Couldn't get it done. Does have more worn tires, which is going to make it a little bit harder. But yeah, I think Thrift is just sailing away at this point. Got them hiccups. Rudolph down to 4th. CP has not given up yet. Oh, they're losing the RS further down the road here. Duck up into 4th. Rudolph down to 5th. Right now. Not willing to give up on 8th place here, even with the damage. We are getting fights here. Putis versus Mike for 10th. Daintyman versus Moreno for 8th. Bailey versus Petrov for 6th. And of course, the fight for the podium here. 2 laps to go. If Cosby ever calls himself unlucky than me, you'd have my back, yeah? This season for sure. Final lap underway here. Living Duck has somehow snuck up into 3rd while I was looking away for a second. Currently, Luna Drift is looking to take the win here. Verstappen has created a gap in 2nd to Duck. Duck's being hounded by the SCP as we speak. And right now, it doesn't look like... looks like you're going to have a tough time holding on. 31% tire versus 42. Now, this could be good. Duck is going to have the final DRS zone to get the move made. Are they going to have enough left to shoot back ahead? It doesn't look like it. Look at the time lost here. At this rate, Rudolph might even get ahead. The as things stand, Luna Drift does take the win, followed by Chris Stappen, SCP, Duck, Rudolph, Petrov. Then we have the 2 Aston Martins, Budis, and then finally Moreno to finish off the point scoring positions. Mike, Suzuka, The Redemption, Tough, Baba, Cole, and Dark Cloud finish off. Finishes here. Can we have a
Sometimes
high-speed
I think
track?
you just have to accept.
I don't know. Possibly my man don't fumble. Why are you guys jinxing each other constantly? Like, Floof was doing fine, then two of you guys mentioned him. Possibly don't fumble. Dude was basically chilling on a podium. He falls down to 5th. Thank you, Floof, for locking up. Well, drivers then. Luna here with a good 14-point lead on the next driver. Won 2 races so far. Can't complain about that. Verstappen, then Rudolph. Fortunately, due to Redemption here not having a good race, RB takes the lead ahead of Haas with just a single point. Just 1 point. And both Williams and McLaren has yet to score. Rebel with just that single point on the board so far. We're going to have to see if they can improve that as we go. I think we're going to do one more race tonight because I can already feel my voice start to slip a little bit. So we'll do one more and we'll do 3 streams of this season. Most likely sometime during the week. I'm thinking Tuesday and Thursday most likely. We're ahead of the McLaren's. Nice. I was asked to give you guys a high-speed track, so does Temple speed work? Is that acceptable for high speed? Tifo's home race a Ferrari 1-2 Forza Ferrari. Well, I wish you luck with that. We will not win. Wink, wink. Are you trying to reverse jinx it already?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, the prediction is that Floof and Cosby are going to take each other out in quali. That is my prediction.
Now it's time to see.
Oh yeah. It's waning. It's raining. Domination begins. It's good to be positive. I'm just gonna say that. It's good to be positive.
So eyes on dash.
It's raining, yes.
There's a yellow flag now.
I see McLaren continues where he left off.
Everything's all right here. That's the moment they lose it. And I wonder, could they have done anything about that?
Why do I feel like he shaved something off his bottom there? Aldonado runs wide. He is drying up, so I think it is time to send the pastry out again. Should be just about enough time to not get in trouble. I say as I cause a little bit of problems for Ethan. That's fine.
Currently P3.
Okay, bankers are
Okay, pull the
banked.
tyres and we will box this lap. Box this lap.
The Redemption, Ethan, Suka, Bolo, and Arpol is in trouble. Ethan is improving. Okay, let's see here. That's not a good middle sector. That's a problematic middle sector. That is out in Q1. Final sector. Redemption. Improvements are being made. Will they be enough to get you out of danger? Redemption up to 6th. That's a terrible middle sector for McLaren. I think we have both Ethan and all out as things stand. SCP, Petrov, Baba, all on the cusp here. SCP is improving the first sector, similar to Redemption, similar to Daily. Let's see what it can do here. I smell some wood. It's time to investigate. Not a good middle sector. Well, I say that it's 2/10 of the best. It's not the personal best middle sector, but it's good enough to go up to 7th. Follow here, what can you do? You need a good final sector. It's not good enough. Petrov. Down 8/10 in the... Yeah, Petrov, Bolo, Ethan. Suka even. McLaren. Both McLarens, Ethan, Bolo, and Petrov out in Q1. Chris in trouble? Nah, not even close. Had a lot to go on. Out of context, I beat 2 McLarens. That is kind of funny. Okay, so it's going to be a one-shot qual here, I think. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay. Time to beat in the first sector, 28.3. It has been beaten by Daily immediately. 28 blank from Verstappen. That is scary. That is very scary. 26-6 in the second sector. 26-2 from Verstappen. What is this heresy? Oh, are you getting towed by a Williams? Well, I guess the final sector isn't going to be as good unless you overtake. Moves up to 4th here, but yeah, definitely did lose out a little bit. The pastry here is in danger of being eliminated as things stand, but should be able to do one more run at the end. So we'll have to plan for that. But yeah, currently Pandapores, Tough, Renault, Verstappen, and Baba.
Understood.
All in danger. If you are 6th at the moment, you are okay. Obviously, if the track dries up enough for actually being able to do something. But I think Q3 might be in danger here. Unless it dries up super quick. I might have sent the pastry out a little bit too soon. But I don't think we're seeing any improvements here. Q3 is very likely to get simulated as a result. Yeah, I sent him out too soon. I should have waited. That is my fault. I misread the weather. That's a yikes moment. I'm sorry. With that, Q2. Maldonado has picked up a penalty. Yeah, for assassination last time. Baba, Verstappen, Moreno, Tough, and Porus adding Q2. Let's see how Q3 goes. SCP puts it on pole. Living Duck second. Then we have the 2 Hasses, Tess, Rudolph, Maldonado, Daily Danger, and Mike in the Wall. I was knocked out there, yes. How do I guarantee I have a car in quality? I can't guarantee it. I can just try my best to lower it. So sometimes things like this happens. But generally, I give my driver and car a little bit better than the AI. But for this one, we actually made the cars really, really good. So there are limits to how competitive I can be. The narrow throw, indeed. I'm behind Baba. I love that. I'm behind Baba. What do you need help with, Floof? What do you want me to help you with? Because right now, it is going to be a wet race, but it's going to be... Oh, this could be low enough water that we get... Oh, this could be adaptability hell. This could be great. But we'll have to see. I still remember the season AFN lost the title, basically from not having any adaptability. It was great.
Well then, it's not long until we get started.
I want to act cocky, but I don't want to jinx myself. Well, you'll jinx yourself anyway, Floof, so just be as cocky as you want to be. Let's face it, you jinxing yourself is a natural law at this point. Let us retire. Hards and mediums. Everyone is going to go until it starts raining, by the looks of it. And it is a not great start from Uppo, as I consider. Living Duck gets a run on it. Drift gets a run on. But is it going to be enough here to get a move done in the first corner? It doesn't really look like it. SCP retains first, followed by Drift. Sorry, Duck, Drift, Redemption, Rudolph, who is kind of looking to be attacked here by Dark Cloud. And that attack does go through, down to 6. Then we have the two Astons, Maldonado and Kristappen, who has managed to get by the wall, which honestly was important for their start to this race. We'll have to see if the wall can come back and move up some positions here. Definitely looking for it. Shut up, we don't talk about Season 5. Why? What happened in Season 5? Oh, look at this. Baba's moving up. Run, Kristappen. The wall is coming for you. Monster is also underfoot damage shell. You're not wrong. Not wrong at all. But Baba has... Excuse me. Baba has been left behind. Never mind. Baba go back in it. Yeah, the second Baba gets left behind, everyone else is also going to get left behind. But right now, Maldonado is actually the one holding up the pack. Oh, we have a virtual safety car. Why, when something happens, is it always you three? I swear, this McLaren has been responsible for like half the instances so far. And I think Ethan was also involved in this incident too. Why is it that when something happens, it's always you three? What happened here?
Finding out what's happened here, and it looks to be the McLaren that's involved.
Okay, what did you do? I mean, it looked like the Williams just straight up, you know, pit maneuvered him. I'm not gonna lie.
And you can just feel the frustration from the team watching on the monitors.
It straight up looked like... Ethan, you pit maneuvered that poor man. Question now, is there going to be a penalty for the pit maneuver? It is. You received a 5-second penalty for pit maneuvering the poor McLaren, and now you have another victim right behind you. Oh no. What did you do this time? Oh, just a lockup.
You can take a look now. Here at the first turn, the Retafilo chicane. And there's the lockup. Now they did leave it very late.
Honestly, I'm disappointed that you didn't take out the other McLaren. Then your will enough would have been complete. Okay, Drift is in the lead. Followed by SCP, Redemption, Duck, Dark Cloud, Rudolph, Maldonado, Man, Verstappen, and then Daly. Finishing off the points here. Papa still being a bit of a nuisance, but for the most part, it is still just one big DRS train. We'll have to see though. Realistically, the second you have your first incident, that's when you're gonna start having some problems. Like, the AI has basically nerfed Dark Cloud for the last 3 races after the crash in, well, the last 2 races really, after the crash in Australia. But now, suddenly up into 3rd. Might even go higher. So how long is it until we get rain? 7 minutes? 7 minutes until the fun begins. Oh, Verstappen, what have you done? No message, but I see damage, so your underfloor has taken a beating. And now GT Baba is coming for you. Run, Frodo, run! Cost me so bad! The timing. The timing. Why are you guys so good at the terrible timing? Like, you say something and then immediately get hit by karma. Cost me so bad. Fastest lap. Stabbed him. Gets underfloor damage. Oh, you can't. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing too much. Oh, that's just perfect. Perfect timing once again. Living Duck has been shuffled down to 9th now. But luckily for you, Chris Appin, you did survive. Oh! Wonderful damage. SCP this time. SCP has picked up underfloor damage after going a little bit wide. I think this is why we haven't done Monza in a while. Because I seem to remember last time we did Monza, like 5 cars retired from underfloor damage alone. I'm waiting to launch my Jinx. The Jinx is Prepsa. Second Jinx has hit the Haas team. Yeah, the wet weather has arrived. And with it, adaptability plays more and more of a role here. And is that what we're seeing here? Cars falling off. Maldonado suddenly up into podium places. The water is, as I mentioned, going to be moving very slowly. So this is one of those adaptability slow drip races that we had, like Austria in Season 5. Not as extreme as Austria was, don't get me wrong. But you'll definitely be seeing some differences in pace here from those who invested a slight amount in adaptability and those who had none. And again, I don't remember if Maldonado's won, but he is very quick right now. Man, Drift, Baba, this was gonna be the end of me. Oh, shame. Shame. Let Maldonado cook. He is cooking. Might cook himself into a good result here for the Ferrari team. Shut up now. Okay. Maldonado has been predicted to spin out on lap 28. You know what? I'm gonna at season 5 special just for you. Only one adaptability. Well, I think it's working. Look at this 6-second difference between these two guys. I think we're seeing the difference between those who have adaptability and those who have none by now. Another 35 here from SCP. And we're only at 39. Let's speed this up a little bit. 35 here from Fluster 2. 37. Look at Putis. Pando Putis here has 100 adaptability. And that is Drift. Drift is out. We have a full safety car. This is bad for Putis. Drift just straight up retired, so that is basically underfloor damage. That is an underfloor damage retirement already from Luna. But the problem with this is that the safety car came at the worst possible time here. I'm not even joking here for Putis' sake, because now you're going to be behind the safety car while adaptability becomes weaker and weaker as we go into the actual wet area. So, free pit stop, yes, but you were nearly 10 seconds quicker than those who had zero adaptability. I don't think you wanted this. But yeah, after the incident here, Panda Putis in the lead, followed by Dark Cloud, Mike, Maldonado, Moreno, Tough, Rudolph, Redemption, Suzuka, and Daly in the points. Bolo Bolo, SCP, Verstappen, Petrov, Danger Man, who has some problems with the car, the two Salvers, and finally Ethan, who for some... Why are you 30 seconds behind? Did they pick you twice or something? The SCN already. Doesn't matter. We're going into the area where you are no longer going to hold an advantage. Good luck holding on to this position, Pando. You're gonna need it. Congrats to the midfielders. Enjoy your only podium this season. There's gonna be 4 more wet races, Christify, so I don't know if I would want to take that bet. Didn't it say safety car was, you know, going back home? There we go. Come on, Pando. Show everyone what you're made of. Don't let that Mercedes overtake you immediately. Never mind, the Red Bull is sending a move here. And we have another yellow flag immediately. I don't see any damage.
Now we should be able to take a look here. Now look, here we head into turn 2. And the rear just lets go. And there's not much they can do about that now.
I love when you spin, block everyone. But you don't get penalized for it. Like Bolo here. 4.5 second gap to the rest of the field. Didn't lose a single position. Life is pain. Oh, adaptability is back in play. How far down is it going to go, though? That's going to be the big one. Oh, 88. If it goes down to 70, we're going to be seeing Putis again 2-3 seconds a lap. Oh, 78. It stopped. Come on, you need to lock in Putis now when you actually have an ability in play. What are you doing, Putis? Maldonado's locking in, moving upwards. We might actually get a Ferrari 1-2 if the if the weather continues to cooperate like this. We have a Ferrari 1-2 at home, kids. Ferrari 1-2 at home. Track is getting wetter again, though. Obviously, how that is going to affect everything. Danger Man still struggling. Ethan now has, I believe, picked up even more damage. That Williams is just suffering, as it turns out. But there is going to be another dry period, just a very short one. Now, if we get another safety car or anything like that, it could be more than just this one dry period. We'll have to see. Maldonado now falling down to 4th place. Putis in 1st as things stand. We could see McLaren score some points here. We could see Williams score some points here. It's it hasn't happened yet as far as I know. Let's see if Tough and Suzuka can hold on for the last 20 laps of this race. Is there I need Williams point to accept bribes? Unfortunately not. My wallet would be happy if I accepted bribes, but I'm gonna have to decline. I'm very sorry. It seems the only person I'm capable of jinxing is Floof. The funny thing is, not King, I think many people have that power. Many people have the power that is called jinxing Floof only. Yeah, Pando. The stroll, as it turns out. Does wet weather very, very well here. 6.5 seconds up the road now. Mechanical failure now for Rudolph. Not what they needed. Rudolph is falling down the order. There's 9-second lead now for Pando. Pando's just chilling. Duff is also somewhat chilling. Suzuka's chilling. Yeah, 0.75. The final adaptability window is in play right now. It's just going to get wetter from here on out. Who it is? 10-second lead. Will that be enough to get you a win? Maldonado has not been able to create any gaps here. Tuff is in 5th at the moment. Suzuka 7th. But there is basically a train all the way down to Rudolph here. So it's going to be a little bit weird to see if we will be able to hold on. It's going to be a tough fight. A good race, boo boo. Luna Drift crashed out, but at what cost? You're not getting any points. This has been the worst trade deals in history of trade deals, maybe ever. Please, I need this win at home. Well, to be fair, the only one who can throw away this win right now is you, by doing shit like this.
So we're heading now into turn 5.
Pando Porras runs wide,
and they'll find themselves at a
takes up underfloor damage.
if they keep on doing that.
This is how you throw it away, lads. Yeah, he didn't pick up underfloor damage. I'm just scaring Air Fan. Yeah, keep it on track. You'll be good. It's 13 laps, 9 seconds. It's wet. Everyone else is fighting for position, which means that, you know, they're losing time because it's just back and forth, back and forth. You know the drill. As long as you keep it clean, you should be safe. In theory. Right? We can't even take advantage of Luna crashing. Well, sometimes life isn't fair. As you can see down here. Somehow you switch places with the Ferraris. I don't know how you pull that off. But as things stand, Haas is still going to score some points here. The Floofster is currently in 9th. Does Aston take leader constructors? No. Aston does not take the lead in anything because they are currently 17th and 10th. If you're asking about Haas, they would indeed take the lead in constructors. They need 2 points to make that happen. This train is pain. I have better pace. I love how you just like let me by. I have pace, I promise. And that's ability is back in play. Slightly. I don't know why, but... Oh. It's no longer in play. It was in play for half a second. Yeah. There's a 3-car squabble here. Moreno now with car issues. And suddenly Maldonado breaks free. With that, we're back to the Ferrari 1-2 scenario. Huff and Suzuka, 5th and 6th right now. Both teams do need a good result. This would be acceptable for both of them if they can hold on. Mike is not willing to let the Ferrari go. And neither is Dark Cloud here. Just wait for the inevitable. Alright, there's nothing there is for me. I'm going to sleep. See you later, Chris Fye. Thank you for stopping by. As I mentioned, I'm probably going to continue this on Tuesday, I think. Hope you have a good sleep, and I'll see you next time. We have 10 laps to go this race. Maldonado has a huge tire advantage, but even that might not be enough here. As Mike is not willing to give up. Further down the road, SCP, Booth are still trying to take whatever they can away from Williams and Byron. Mechanical failure for Dangerman has escalated. We could still get a safety car here, and that would change things up quite drastically. No. Oh. Oh! Maldonado does a Spinderella move.
And here we've got a yellow flag. Nothing at this point. And round they spin. And there'll be words had after this, I'm sure.
I told you. Well, 5 seconds now to make up. Can you do it? Rudolph, mechanical fault. Life does not stop right now for the V-Carb. There goes the confidence. I got pace, it's fine. We'll have to see though. It's 8 laps remaining here. And with that, Maldonado is now closer to the Williams than the cars ahead. But yeah, generally into performance, force up pretty aggressively. Ball mechanical fault. That is not good for the final point here. And Maldonado is catching up a little bit here. 30.1 versus 30.5. I mean, at this rate, you might actually genuinely get back in it if they squabble enough. Or maybe not. We'll see how much they squabble. Maybe they'll push one or the other wide. Right now, how much in it? Cloud versus Mike for second place. We have the SAP here trying to take McLaren and Williams points off him. And Bolo has somehow moved up to 10th, even with a little bit of mechanical failure. So the last few laps here should be interesting. I think I'm getting away from Edsta. Isn't Edsta sitting right here? Oh, I saw yellow for a second. Hey, Cosby is running wide.
Right, let's have a look here as we go into turn 8. And oh no, wide they
Hello,
go.
Mind.
And you really can't do that too often.
Nice to see you again. But yeah, very, very bad day for the V-Cops. They thought they were going to have a good time once Luna crashed out, but adaptability left much to be desired here. And now you have to deal with Baba on top of everything else. Sweet justice. How am I feeling? I'm good. It's just been a lot going on, so I haven't been able to really record a stream. But I'm feeling better now, really. Not over though. Still 3 laps to go. As I mentioned, we could still have incidents. 3.4 seconds now for Maldonado. I don't know how Pando has found this much pace. Yeah. The 20-second in the lead is massive when you consider the difference in the earlier 3 races was 2 tenths, and then 5 seconds. That is actually insane. Polo has fallen out of the points. Duck has got that done. Floof right now is scoring 1 point for Haas, which would actually put Haas and VCOB on the exact same amount of points. We'll have to see how that goes. 2 laps to go here. Your driver bill disqualified? I don't think so. I picked the first 20 ones, unless I made a mistake. Any idea why I'm so slow when adaptability doesn't even matter? Traffic generally, in this case. It would not surprise me also, if you look at just how far ahead Pando Puris is, that adaptability actually affects wet weather racing as well. That's the only explanation I would have, Floof. Yeah, final lap here. Maldonado has actually gotten back up to the other 2. Is he going to be able to snatch a podium place here? Dark Cloud is trying to get something done. SCP is trying to get Suzuka here. Can't really get a move done. Living Duck on tough. Same story. Floof on daily. Can't really make a move there either. I am Lance Stroll. Could also be the reaction, as Justin says, honestly. But yeah, we are getting down the final straight here. Are we going to see Mike make a move? Horace wins the race here. I don't think we're going to see any overtakes there. They're just too straight. I think we're going to see Dark Cloud get a 2nd place finish. And Mike gets the final podium slot here. Maldonado 4th. Suzuka scores some very, very important points there for McLaren with a 5th place finish. SCP 6, Tough is going to score some very important points for Williams with 7th place finish. Then we have Duck, Daly, and finally Floof, who, with this finish, if I'm not mistaken, puts Haas and VCOB on a shared 1st place after the first 4 races.
Sometimes I think you just have to.
So with that, I think we're going to end it here. But yeah, Suzuka, Pando, Top 5 all had huge improvements. Same here for tough. So adaptability drive is definitely cooked this race. Not gonna lie. With that, drivers looks like this here. The Drift has still a very healthy lead. Verstappen was unable to score points. Duck score some. SCP score some. But the reality is, most likely, they're still going to need another DNF to really shake things up. And now moves up to 6th. And all in all, has an RB equal on points. And with these results, every team is now on the board. I'll have to take a look at mine, but unless Floof has done some shenanigans, I don't know. Not gonna lie. Sorry, I fumbled the 1-2. Well, you caught up even with the Spinrella move, so I guess it just deserves an honorable mention. But we're gonna stop this here. As I mentioned, we'll do this over 3 streams, so probably, as I mentioned, Tuesday and Thursday. This coming week will continue because my voice is giving in. I can feel it. I don't know how to describe it. Kind of getting itchy. So we will stop this and continue next time. Floof claims to not delete any applications, so I'll take a look. But honestly, if I skipped it, I apologize in advance. I wouldn't have done. I'm joking, Floof, for the most part. I wasn't active in Discord, so I don't know if it was accepted or not. I'll check. It might... I'll take a look at it, mine, and figure it out for next time. Talk you on Discord. Figure out what the deal is there. But before I go, I do want to make a final video for F1 Manager. So I made a post in Discord. You can take a look at it. It's called Build a Boat Challenge. It's pretty straightforward. Give me your worst sliders, and I'll try and win a championship with them, with some other rules as well. But that is basically the gist of it. We'll probably get that done over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, next stream probably gonna be Tuesday. I'm a little bit unsure, but I think we'll be continuing then. Thank you all very much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Thank you. See you all next time. Bye bye.